General Hospital's Willow hasn't quite been herself for a while now, but over the last 2 weeks, she appears to have turned into someone else. Someone even Willow might not recognize. Willow's epic meltdown after learning she'd lost custody of her children was one for the soap opera ages. Caitlin McMullen had us on the edge of our seats as Willow begged and pleaded for anyone to help her. She finally collapsed and ended up in the hospital. When she woke with a start in an ER room alone, she looked like something odd had happened to her. Since then, she seemed to be in some sort of fugue state. Willow is still letting Drew lead her around like she is some poor lost puppy. Every time she gets a moment of lucidity, Drew takes that moment away. But is there something else at play here? As Willow looks like she is sleepwalking through life, is she doing something when she is supposed to be sleeping? When Drew suggested that Willow take a nap, we saw someone lurking outside the Quartermain patio windows, looking at Wiley and Amelia Bond with their new sister Daisy. Later that night, someone was clearly in Daisy's bedroom and had turned on her mobile. The next morning, Willow woke and told Drew that she was sure she had slept, but she was also still extremely tired and didn't know why. Is it possible that Willow woke a new woman in that General Hospital ER room and has been sneaking out of Drew's Dawn of Day house to peek at Daisy, Wiley, and Amelia at the Q estate? While it's also possible that Sidwell hired someone to kidnap Daisy, we might have two bad actors at work. Sidwell could be up to his own machinations, while Willow and whoever else is in there are up to something else. Perhaps Willow has been suffering from dissociative identity disorder for years. After all, she grew up in a cult and even changed her name from Callie Miller to Willow Tate when she left Dawn of Day behind. Maybe she has always had other personalities lurking beneath the surface, and we are about to meet them all. Hello everyone! Welcome back to my channel, Messy Syrup. It's me, Abby, here. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Keep watching! So let's dive into today's video. In the beginning of the month, fans were blown away to learn that Kelly Thiebaud would be making a return to General Hospital. Though the ABC soap has yet to reveal if she'll be stepping into a new role or if Port Charles will be once again enthralled in another Back from the Dead storyline, if the latter is the case, it would be the perfect time to bring back Brit's protective mama, Obrecht. As of yet, there hasn't been any word on Kathleen Gati returning to the show, but a recent post and exchange on X could very well have teased as much. Last week, Gati posted a photo of a dancing Daisy toy that sang the 1974 hit Come and Get Your Love by Redbone. New script learning study partner, the actress introduced then pointed out. Those eyes! After that, one of her followers, Tony Rossi, posted a message to Gati and asked, since the rumors are that you will be back on GH soon, is that your stand-in for Steve Burton? To which she simply replied, I believe Steve Burton has blue eyes. It's no secret that Thiebaud's return, whether as Brit or someone with her face, will have an impact on Jason, considering the feelings he and Brit shared for one another before her death, and in turn would lead to some interaction between Stone Cold and Obrecht. So, could the script that Gati is memorizing be just the thing that brings her character back to Port Charles? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section. Jason has been rather reactionary on General Hospital lately. He hasn't initiated too many things, except for the time he beat the snot out of his nefarious brother, Drew. In real life, Burton's been quite active, including his regular comedy shows with Buddy and co-star Bradford Anderson. He's also helping the fans to get into shape with his fitness program and regularly sharing advice. But most of all, he often just imparts words of wisdom that speak volumes. On Instagram, General Hospital's Burton wrote, There's no future in the past, just lessons. So don't look back because that's not where you're going. Do not give up, ever. He then included some relevant quotes. Fall 7 times and stand up 8. Japanese proverb. He also quoted a classic film about an underdog who finally succeeds. It ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. Rocky. And finally, he quoted a biblical passage that said, But as for you, be strong and do not give up, for your work will be rewarded. 2 Chronicles 15:7. Along with that was a video in which Burton stressed, Hey, listen, do not give up. Do not give up. Do not throw in the towel. Do not give up in life. It's never too late. I'm just telling you now from experience, it's never too late. You have one life. Don't settle. Do not sweat the small stuff. You probably show up for everybody else, but now it's time to show up for you. He then gave out info on his programs for the fans. Fan @Jendine commented, "Just a great message to all," which was extremely true. @Deb.Loves reacted, "You are such an inspiration. I started walking 3 weeks ago. It's hard, but was encouraged by my therapist to get out. You are keeping me going too. I am feeling a bit better, and am now walking 30 minutes, up from the 10 I could do once in a while." The General Hospital star's followers praised his words and thanked him for always giving sound advice. And one follower, @Dopey9943, wrote, "It is easy to give up. I have many times and still struggle with it. But in Steve's program, I've learned how to get that thought out of my mind. Do I falter? Yes, but I start over the next day and don't beat myself up." General Hospital spoilers suggest the ABC soap just dropped its preview video for the week of June 23rd-27th, and it's explosive on all accounts. The clip that closed the promo was a fierce face-off between exes, Willow Tate and Michael Corinthos. They are seemingly in the living room of the Quartermaine Estate Gatehouse, the family's old dwelling, when Michael warns Willow by saying, "If you marry Drew, I will make sure you will never see our kids again." Yikes! Considering Michael was awarded full guardianship of Wiley Corinthos and Amelia Corinthos recently, this is a threat that Willow should heed. Unfortunately, Willow's mental state isn't exactly stable, as she continues to be manipulated by Drew Cain. It's uncertain as to why she's in the Gatehouse, or Quartermaine Estate to begin with, as during the week of June 23rd to 27, Michael was not sure if the kids should see their mom, despite Amelia asking for her at bedtime one night. Did Willow sneak onto the property, or was she invited? That seems unclear at this point, but what does seem clear is that Willow will likely inform Michael during their exchange of her marriage plans with Drew. Will she have a ring by the time she sees Michael? Will he notice it? That's hard to say, but this wedding plan from Drew and Willow is a bad idea on so many levels. The whole idea stems from the thought that as a married couple, they'd look far more unified against single dad Michael. This is a legal scheme that Michael and Willow once used to secure custody of Michael back when Willow's twin sister and bio-mom of Wiley, Nell Benson, was fighting for custody. The idea at first glance may seem good, but Drew and his crazy ideas are what landed Willow in this predicament in the first place, or so that seems to be the reason, although fans know that Judge Eva Haran was bought and paid for by Gen Z Sidwell. Regardless, it's Willow's relationship with Drew that launched Michael's need for sole custody in the first place, as Michael was more than willing to compromise as long as Willow kept her relationship with Drew separate from the kids. In fact, this has always been a bargaining chip for Michael all along. However, Willow never wavered where Drew and their romance are concerned. Now, Willow may not even get to marry Drew if Tracy Quartermaine, or anyone else for that matter, spills about his affair with Nina Reeves. If Willow starts making wedding plans and doesn't back down to Michael's warning, Michael may start making plans of his own. With sole custody rights, Michael can take off with the children on a jet plane, as he had intended to do if he lost the custody battle. With both Corinthos and Quartermaine money and power, Michael, Wiley, and Amelia could set up a family home anywhere in the world, far away from Willow, and she'd never see her kids again. Now, that likely won't happen, as Michael just returned to Port Charles. But the theatrics of a threat like this and Willow's reaction certainly make for great daytime drama, right? Still, General Hospital spoilers remind fans that there is more than one way to skin a cat, so perhaps Michael's strategy wouldn't be taking off with the children. Rather, sabotage Drew and Willow in other ways. Then again, he may refuse Willow visitations in the meantime, which may only trigger a quickie wedding so that they can move forward with the appeal that much faster. Kristen Alderson was the first actress to play Kiki Jerome on General Hospital. During her time on the show, her character had been through a lot of ups and downs. She's kept up with her fans through social media and her gaming page on Twitch. She's openly talked about motherhood and also celebrated her marriage to fiancé, Taylor Crusoe. With all that happy family life going on, she shared her happy life on social media. Alderson shared quite a few pics on Instagram and captioned them simply, "Incredible spring/summer so far, 10/10." One fan, at Debbie Cuzio, excitedly shared what many of the former General Hospital stars' fans were thinking, with, "Love all the pics, even the crying ones. Real life for sure. Enjoy all the moments." Many of the photos included Alderson, Crusoe, and their daughter Kira, along with several family members. The highlight of the post was the fact that she and her family went to Hershey Park in Hershey, Pennsylvania. The family enjoyed various drinks throughout the photos, although in one image, it looked like Kira wasn't enjoying being on the teacups ride. She also included several videos that showed her and Crusoe on the Breaker's Edge water coaster. Next, they were on the terrifying Hershey's Tower. Then there was someone with Kira on the Mini Himalaya, which is a kiddie ride that has vehicles that look like tiny rockets or cars, running along a circular track. And finally, the family went to a Philadelphia Phillies game, and it appeared that a good time was had by all. @ulmuhammad1 summed things up by responding, "Looks like you're living your best life. Family, friends, and a lot of fun." @Citigal eagerly responded, "OMG, she is getting so big. What a beautiful little family. She is definitely your mini-me. Love all the pictures you share with us. She is precious." A fan of the former General Hospital star, going by the handle @MarleneHB, responded, "She is so gorgeous, and I love watching all of the fun you have with her. Your little best friend." Another follower, @OneCubanAngel, knew who many of Alderson's family were and commented, "I love the pictures that you share with us. Your brother looks fabulous. You look just like your mother. Beautiful. They all look beautiful. The pictures are so much fun to watch. God bless you all." In some of the pics, Alderson and Kira are either doing the same face or sipping drinks together, causing @Marie.Sheeran to react, "Oh, she is the sweetest baby, and she is also your twin." Next on GH, Nina seeks help from an unlikely source. Drew gets some inside information. Carly pleads with Michael. In addition to Nina seeking help from an unlikely source, General Hospital spoilers for Tuesday, June 24th, 2025, will also focus on Drew getting some inside information and Portia lashing out. The emotions for the Tuesday episode seem to be a bit erratic and desperate. Take Nina Reeves, who hates what's going on with her daughter, and Drew right now. They are getting married, and that's unacceptable as far as Nina is concerned. So, look for Nina to seek help from an unlikely source. Which one of Port Charles' citizens will be the unlikely source? Will this person agree to help? Meanwhile, Drew thinks he is putting everything in place for Willow to get her kids back. And when he gets some inside information, will it help with the cause? It may not necessarily have anything to do with his Willow plans. It could have something to do with his vendettas against Sonny and Jason, or something that will make Tracy's life hell. Another individual with skin in this game is Portia, and right now, her whole world is crumbling before her very eyes. Her marriage is beyond rocky, and Drew has the keys to making her professional life follow suit. So when Portia lashes out, who's the target? Finally, Curtis takes it upon himself to reassure Trina. Reassure her about what? Maybe this is about Kai working as a congressional intern for the New York congressman. She may need someone to tell her that resenting her boyfriend for working for a shady politician who has done her family wrong isn't the way to go. Or maybe this is about Curtis reassuring Trina that he and her mom will be fine, or that he has the Drew thing handled. In both cases, Curtis may be lying to himself. Elsewhere, the Drew factor weighs heavily on a couple of other characters, Carly and Michael. When Carly pleads with Michael, what is this all about? Michael might be planning to go to the extreme if Drew and Willow's marriage happens. He was willing to do it before when he thought he would lose custody of the kids. General Hospital spoilers suggest that fans are still reeling from Judge Eva Haran's decision to award Michael Corinthos full custody of Wiley Corinthos and Amelia Corinthos, and the fact that Jen Sidwell paid her off to ensure this. But why would he do such a thing? Here are 3 reasons. The obvious reason that Sidwell paid off the judge was out of pure guilt. After all, arrows point to him being the reason behind Sonny Corinthos' penthouse explosion, the very thing that landed Michael at the Baden-Baden burn recovery clinic in Germany, which kept him away from his children for so long. Sidwell's target would have been Sonny, and as Sidwell has a son of his own, he may feel bad for what happened to Michael. Rewriting a wrong by ensuring Michael gets full-time custody just makes sense. With that said, character reasoning is never obvious in the land of soaps, as there's nothing GH loves to do more than swerve fans. What if paying off the judge is part of a grander plan of Sidwell's? Could his motive be to set Michael up and make it look like he paid off the judge? Then again, what if Sidwell plans another attack on Sonny and hits him where it really hurts, a situation that could cause harm to one of his grandchildren? As Sidwell will know where Amelia and Wiley are at, he may target the youngsters. Wiley and Amelia's going to Michael has caused Willow Tate to spiral, which has also affected Drew Kane. Sure, Drew may be Sidwell's ally, but that doesn't mean Jens is above playing mind games with his friend. The kids going to Michael may further Drew's need to rid the town of Sonny, and will motivate the congressman much more to ruin the mob boss. Not only because of his disdain for Sonny, but for Michael, his son too. Why did you think Sidwell paid off the judge? Join the conversation below. Watch your favorite soap on ABC Daily and check out this site regularly for the hottest General Hospital news and spoilers. General Hospital spoilers gush that Rick Lansing holds a dangerous card, using his knowledge of Christina Corinthos Davis's attempt to kill Ava Jerome, which caused a near-fatal crash for him and Elizabeth Baldwin, as leverage in a blackmail scheme tied to Alexis Davis. With Elizabeth still buried in her feelings over Lucky Spencer leaving her behind for greater adventures, despite his heartfelt proposal last week, Rick's lingering feelings for his ex-wife could lead to a shocking ultimatum. Another chance at their past romance, in exchange for dropping his blackmail. Will Rick exploit Elizabeth's vulnerability to rekindle their love, or will she stand firm, risking Christina's exposure and Alexis's downfall? Rick's scheme, pressuring Alexis to protect Christina while aligning with Ava, gives him power. But his soft spot for Elizabeth complicates his motives. Knowing Christina's crime implicates Elizabeth as a witness, Rick might confront her, offering to bury the evidence if she gives their relationship a shot. Any ounce of charm he has left could clash horribly here with his ruthless tactics, leaving Elizabeth disgusted and torn. If Rick pushes this deal, will she consider it to shield Christina and Alexis, or reject him, knowing his history of manipulation? Elizabeth's loneliness is deepened by Lucky's exit and has left her rather vulnerable, but her resolve to avoid past mistakes, like her fraught history with Rick, holds strong. She has been clear since his return to Port Charles that there will never be a relationship between them again, but a romantic overture tied to blackmail could stir old feelings, though it'll also repulse her, especially after Rick's recent schemes. If she wavers, we can rest assured that everyone from her friends to frenemies like Carly Spencer might urge her to stay wary. Will Elizabeth risk her heart for Christina's safety, or call Rick's bluff, daring him to expose the truth? If Rick demands love for leniency, the fallout could reshape his barely there friendship with Elizabeth. Her agreeing might save Christina, but trap her in a toxic dynamic, and we have to wonder why she would go out on that limb for the Davis girls. If she refuses, Rick could escalate, endangering Alexis and Christina. But is that really Elizabeth's problem to begin with? Aren't both Christina and Alexis now guilty of crimes? Will Rick's ultimatum for another shot with Elizabeth in exchange for dropping his blackmail succeed? Or will her defiance unravel his scheme and ignite a war? General Hospital spoilers and updates reveal that as the week of June 23rd to 27 comes to a close, Jason Morgan and Carly Spencer will experience a poignant moment together. The storyline will place Carly and Jason in a scenario that evokes deep feelings, so here's what the audience can look forward to. Daisy Gilmore Corinthos' christening is approaching, and Michael Corinthos, along with Sasha Gilmore Corbin's baby girl, will have a host of loved ones gathered to celebrate. Jason, as Daisy's godfather, will be present for this joyous event, alongside Carly. The christening is scheduled for June 27th. which coincidentally is also the day Carly and Jason will experience that significant moment we previously mentioned. According to GH Spoilers, Jason and Carly will share nostalgic memories on the day of the ceremony. Daisy's celebration is bound to evoke a flood of memories, prompting Carly and Jason to reflect on the time when Michael was just a baby. The show will highlight the connection between Jason and Carly, just as Sonny Corinthos finds himself in a precarious situation. It seems that something significant is on the horizon for Sonny, whether it involves his arrest or a serious injury. In any case, Sonny's struggles could provide another opportunity for Carly and Jason to deepen their relationship. Jason and Carly possess an unbreakable bond, ensuring they will always support one another. Carly is facing some heartbreak ahead, as her relationship with Jack Brennan is destined for failure. Brennan's deceit impacts Jocelyn Jax's safety, so you can be sure that Carly will be livid when all the WSB drama eventually unfolds. This could give Carly another reason to rely on Jason, suggesting that the writers might find ways to reunite them romantically if they choose to. However, we know that Kelly Thibault is set to return to GH this July. There's speculation about whether Thibault will reprise her role as Britt or take on a different character, and some are wondering if she might be involved in a romantic storyline with Jason again. Previously, Carly felt jealous of Jason and Britt's relationship, so it's possible she could feel that way again. Is the show preparing for a love triangle involving Jason, Carly, and Britt? It's a possibility to think about, especially since Jason and Carly's relationship will be emphasized just before Kelly Thibault's return storyline starts. Jason could get caught up in a romantic situation. Longtime viewers of General Hospital may not have been surprised to see a well-known figure from the sports world come to Port Charles when Brick appeared on the show. Played by Stephen A. Smith, Brick is a loyal tech and surveillance wizard for mob kingpin Sonny Corinthos. Smith is the commentator for ESPN's First Take and hosts a radio show on SiriusXM. While Smith may be best known for his sports commentary, he has deep roots in the world of daytime drama, making his casting on General Hospital far more than just a celebrity cameo. Smith initially began appearing on the show as a guest star before he became a recurring character on the soap opera. Since his entrance, Brick has consistently appeared in high-drama storylines. He is Sonny's confidant, as well as a troubleshooter, while also being a go-to guy with a background in gadgets. He has helped several people in General Hospital and even foiled threats against people he loves. Brick initially helped track down a suspicious call from Russia connected to Jason Morgan's return. Later, he fixed Mike Corbin's phone when his Alzheimer's was getting worse. He also helped create a cover identity for teenage Turk Dev and foiled threats from heavy hitters such as Julian Jerome and Cyrus Renault. In 2021, when Sonny was thought to be dead, Brick collaborated with Carly and Jason to keep the Corinthos operation going. Brick has also had central roles in uncovering internal dangers, most significantly, the revelation of suspicious bank statements associated with Dex Heller, which got Sonny to question Dex's loyalties. Through some close calls, however, Brick stuck by and remained committed, including assisting Jordan Ashford on an undercover investigation in 2024. Brick's role in 2025 became even more pivotal. In March, he followed a contract killer, Stilinski, to Toronto and provided vital information that prevented future violence. Then, in April 25, he starred in one of the show's most sensational recent scenes, where he saved Sonny from being killed. Brick foiled the assassination attempt at a hospital by killing a nurse who was aiming to shoot Sonny. Aside from mob business and surveillance, Brick sometimes brings a softer side to the program. His flirtatious moments with Police Commissioner Jordan Ashford introduced humor and playfulness to the character. Although his advances are usually rejected or cut short, their relationship continues to amuse viewers and suggest the possibility of romance. Stephen A. Smith developed his passion for the General Hospital during his childhood. During an interview with ESPN Front Row, he said that since he had 4 elder sisters, the TV at their house always played the soap. He explained that this regular exposure helped him develop a lifelong love for the show and its characters. He said that when Maurice Bernard realized he was a big fan, he wanted the sports announcer to be on the show. Bernard, who plays the role of Sunny, was on first take in 2015 and picked up on Smith's passion for the show. That opened the door for an opportunity, and Smith joined General Hospital as Brick, the tech-savvy enforcer who quietly supports Sunny in managing his empire. Stephen A. Smith has made Brick a permanent fixture of the General Hospital universe. From guest star with origins in fandom, he has developed into a recurring player with substance, significance, and longevity. Whether he's cracking codes on digital clues, keeping Sunny safe from harm, or engaging in snappy repartee with Jordan, Brick is a constant in the Port Charles universe. As the Crinthos clan keeps getting presented with new threats and betrayals, one thing is for sure: Brick will always be lurking in the shadows, ensuring that all bases are covered. The official General Hospital YouTube account posted a video on June 21, 2025, teasing the events unfolding in tonight's episode. In the spoiler preview for the June 23, 2025 episode, Tracy receives advice from Brooke Lynn. When Brooke Lynn meets Tracy, she asks her to swallow her pride. However, the preview does not illuminate what compelled Brooke Lynn to say such things to Tracy. Meanwhile, Kai makes it clear that he plans to accept Drew's offer. As Kai contemplates accepting Drew's offer, fans are eager to find out what happens next on the ABC soap opera. Later, in the video sneak peek of General Hospital, Carly asks Michael whether he wishes to keep someone out of his children's lives. Although the spoilers do not reveal who Carly is hinting at, they may be talking about Willow. With Kai accepting Drew's offer and Brooke Lynn advising Tracy, the spoiler preview for the June 23, 2025 episode promises several dramatic events that are likely to unfold. According to the spoilers for the June 23, 2025 episode of General Hospital, Brooke Lynn will meet Tracy and talk about the statements she agreed to read. It is expected that she will ask her grandmother to take full advantage of the spotlight. Tracy will continue to work with Curtis, possibly regarding their ongoing plan to damage Drew's credibility. In the meantime, Willow's decision will raise concerns for Nina, who will likely push her to delay the wedding. Nina will make it clear that rushing into marriage could backfire and hurt Willow's custody chances. However, Willow will stick to her plan and move ahead with Drew. On the other hand, Trina will receive some surprising news. Kai, who previously talked about turning down Drew's internship, will now reveal that he plans to accept the offer. Kai will insist that it seems like a good opportunity. However, Trina will remain unsettled about how quickly Drew managed to pull him in. Meanwhile, on General Hospital, Drew will meet Martin and talk about Tracy's cooperation. Martin will inform Drew that the press conference is moving forward. It is expected that Drew will feel even more confident about the progress they are making with their plan. He will tell Martin that this is the second best news he has received, right after Willow agrees to marry him. Elsewhere, Jordan and Curtis will feel a connection with each other. Jordan will likely open up about her feelings. They smile and spend some quality time together with each other. However, the spoilers do not disclose whether it leads to something romantic between the two of them. Later, in General Hospital, Carly will question Michael about Willow. She will demand to know if he is really prepared to keep Willow away from Amelia and Wiley's lives for good. Michael will insist that he is trying to stay focused on the kids. He will also admit that he does not know if he will ever feel okay about Willow being in their children's lives. However, Carly will remain extremely doubtful about Michael's stance. This previous week on the daytime soap opera General Hospital, tensions have been on Port Charles as secrets are being unveiled. Confrontations get physical when Brooke Lynn slaps Lulu. On the other hand, Drew has proposed an offer to Willow to bring the kids back. Meanwhile, Michael discovers that Portia is being blackmailed as Curtis forms a new ally. General Hospital is a long-running American daytime soap opera that first premiered in 1963. Set in the fictional town of Port Charles, New York, the show follows the dramatic lives of the residents surrounding General Hospital. Known for its mix of medical emergencies, complex romances, criminal intrigues, and family secrets, the soap opera has been on air for over 6 decades now. This week on General Hospital started with a blast as Brooke Lynn and Lulu got into a physical fight. Brooke Lynn blamed her for ruining the chance she had to build a relationship. However, when she remarked, she forgave her for what she did, Lulu quickly defends herself, saying that she is not apologetic to her. She added that she is apologetic to someone, but that person is not her. Upon hearing that she stands completely unapologetic, Brooklyn slaps her. However, Maxie Jones intervenes and stops the two of them. When Brooklyn leaves, Maxie also agrees and confronts Lulu about the same. Later, Lulu goes to the country club, where Gio works as a lifeguard, to apologize. Gio was resistant to talking to her at first, but the two later shared a word over the situation. Surprisingly, at the club, she defended Brooklyn and urged Gio to give a chance to his mother. Elsewhere, on General Hospital, Brooklyn gets on a mission to get even with Lulu, so she takes a deep dive into the file of Dr. Britt to find out something about Lulu's past. Recently, on General Hospital, as the judge declared the custody of Wiley and Amelia in Michael's favor, Willow was devastated. She fainted and ended up at the hospital. However, Lucas, who was her doctor, assured her that Michael was a good man and would let the kids see her anytime. He remarked he can see Wiley whenever he wants. However, when Willow signed her discharge papers and was about to leave the hospital, she had an awkward encounter with Michael, who was with Sasha and their new baby. Further, when she is with Drew, he proposes a plan for them to get married. Martin remarked that this would give them a chance in court to win back the custody of their kids. Willow agreed and added that she married Michael for the same reason, so that they could win the custody battle that happened in the past over Wiley with Nell. On the other hand, in Port Charles, when Michael visits Curtis at the office, Curtis shares a vital piece of information with him. Firstly, Curtis congratulated him on having a baby, and he further handed him his resignation. Michael was left in shock when he found out that Curtis was doing all this because Drew was blackmailing Portia. Curtis added that he wanted to take down Drew, but not at the company's expense, to which Michael suggested otherwise. Michael is more than determined to take him down, as he ruined his life. Further, Curtis is seen visiting Tracy Quartermaine to ally with to take down Drew Kane. Drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you agree or disagree? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more updates. Your opinions matter, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you!